In the heart of Italy lies Rome, a city whose history stretches back over 2,700 years. Known as the Eternal City, Rome has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of Christianity, and the flourishing of art and culture. Its story is one of ambition, power, creativity, and resilience. The mythical beginnings. Legend has it that Rome was founded on April 21st, 753 BC, by Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who were abandoned as infants and raised by a she-wolf. When they grew up, the brothers decided to build a city on the banks of the Tiber River, where they had been found. A quarrel over who would rule the city ended with Romulus killing Remus, and Romulus became the first king, naming the city Rome after himself. Though this story is mythical, it reflects Rome's early connection to its land and people's desire to trace their roots to something divine and heroic. Archaeological evidence suggests that early settlements in the area date back to the Iron Age, where tribes of shepherds and farmers lived on the Seven Hills. The Roman Kingdom 753509 BC. Rome began as a monarchy, ruled by a series of 7 kings. Each king contributed to shaping the city. Romulus established the city and its early institutions. Numa Pompilius brought religion and traditions to the people. Tarquinius Superbus, the last king, was a tyrant whose oppressive rule led to a rebellion. The monarchy ended in 509 BCE when the Romans overthrew their king and vowed never to be ruled by a monarch again. This marked the beginning of the Roman Republic. The Roman Republic 509-27 BCE. Rome became a republic, governed by elected officials and guided by a constitution. Power was shared between 2 consuls leaders and the Senate, an advisory body made up of Rome's elites. Over time, the Republic expanded its influence across Italy and beyond. Expansion and wars. Rome's dominance grew through wars and alliances. The Punic Wars to 641–6 BC were a defining period. Rome fought Carthage, its greatest rival, and ultimately destroyed it, gaining control over the Mediterranean. The Republic also conquered Greece, Spain, and parts of North Africa, bringing immense wealth and cultural influences to Rome. Internal struggles. While Rome's power grew, so did its internal challenges. The gap between the rich and poor widened, leading to social unrest. Leaders like the Gracchi brothers tried to introduce reforms but were met with resistance and violence. By the 1st century BC, ambitious generals like Julius Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus competed for power. Caesar's crossing of the Rubicon River in 49 BC marked the start of a civil war, leading to the end of the Republic. The Roman Empire 27 BC for 76 CE. In 27 BC, Octavian, Julius Caesar's adopted son, became Augustus Caesar, the first emperor of Rome. This ushered in the era of the Roman Empire, where Rome reached the height of its power, the Golden Age. Under Augustus and his successors, Rome experienced a period of peace and prosperity known as the Pax Romana Roman Peace. The empire stretched from Britain in the north to Egypt in the south, and from Spain in the west to Mesopotamia in the east. Engineering and architecture flourished. Rome built aqueducts, roads, amphitheaters like the Colosseum, and temples like the Pantheon. Challenges and decline. The empire was vast, and managing it became increasingly difficult. 284 CE. Emperor Diocletian divided the empire into eastern and western halves to improve governance. Invasions by barbarian tribes, economic troubles, and internal corruption weakened the empire. In 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire fell when Romulus Augustulus, the last emperor, was deposed by the Germanic king Odoacer. The Middle Ages 5th–15th century. After the fall of the empire, Rome's political power diminished, but it remained the center of Christianity. The papal states were established, and the popes became influential leaders, both spiritually and politically. Rome suffered invasions by the Visigoths, Vandals, and other barbarian tribes. By the Middle Ages, Rome was a shadow of its former self, with much of the city in ruins and its population greatly reduced. The Renaissance 14th–17th century. Rome experienced a renaissance during this period, becoming a center of art, culture, and learning. The popes, particularly Julius II and Leo X, commissioned great works of art and architecture. Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel, and Raphael decorated the Vatican Palace. Peter's Basilica was rebuilt, becoming one of the most iconic buildings in the world. Rome regained its reputation as a cultural and spiritual capital. Modern Rome, 18th century present closing parenthesis dot in the 19th century. Rome became part of the movement for Italian unification in 1870. The Papal States were annexed, and Rome was declared the capital of a unified Italy in the 20th century. Rome faced challenges during World War II, but emerged as a symbol of resilience. It became a global city, home to international organizations like the FAO and a popular tourist destination. Today, Rome is both a modern metropolis and a living museum, with landmarks like the Colosseum, Roman Forum, Trevi Fountain, and Vatican City attracting millions of visitors annually. The legacy of Rome. Rome's influence can still be felt around the world. Law. Roman law serves as the foundation for many modern legal systems. Language. Latin, the language of Rome, evolved into Romance languages like Italian, French, and Spanish. Culture. Roman art, architecture, and philosophy continue to inspire religion. Rome is the heart of the Catholic Church and home to the Pope. Rome's history is a testament to its ability to adapt, endure, and inspire, making it a city like no other. Truly, it is the eternal city.